Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Power Pro Wrestling. I am DK Ressman, joined here by my broadcast colleague, Johnny Jet. Johnny, how you doing tonight?
Outstanding, DK, and this promises to be the greatest night in the history of this, our sport of kings, DK. Tonight, we have Kid Grime versus El Hijo del Fenix, a match that Kid Grime demanded to happen after last week's unfortunate contest on behalf of Team UK, losing to Team Mexico.
That's right. Kid Grime coming up on the short end of that. Despite this series of injuries, we've seen Team Mexico working through Phoenix in particular, that separated shoulder, as we see again this disgusting display from Panzer in that match that really, I would say, was the stopping point for a time for Team Mexico.
But through Herculean effort, a heroic display last week, Team Mexico were able to secure a victory over Team United Kingdom in what was, at the time, suspected to be a pretty one-sided affair on the part of Team UK.
That's right. Again, Kid Grime demanding this match against Phoenix that we're about to see in just a few moments. You have to wonder, Johnny, part of that would be frustration after his loss last week. There we see Kid Grime in that match. Again, frustration after that loss, but you have to wonder, too, if Kid Grime wants to take advantage of those injuries Phoenix has suffered.
Oh, you have to imagine he does, DK. Kid Grime, and a talented athlete though he may be, is, let's be frank here, a bit of a scumbag, DK. Demanding this match against a man who is so obviously injured and working hurt already, and he just wants to take advantage of that.
Well, certainly, Johnny, that is an interesting way to put it. Not an inaccurate one, though, I would have to say. Here we see the tail of the tape, slight height and weight advantage for El Hijo del Fenix, but Kid Grime, those street smarts, those vicious instincts of his, certainly not an underdog coming into this match.
No, not at all. There are no underdogs in this one. If anything, I would give the advantage to Kid Grime. He's not working hurt. He's not injured. He hasn't been driven onto a chair headfirst by Panzer. He is probably in much better condition going into this than El Hijo del Fenix.
Certainly, and Kid Grime will absolutely not feel shy about attempting to take every advantage he can, targeting that shoulder, targeting any injury on his opponent Phoenix here tonight.
And here he comes now, El Hijo del Fenix making his way to the ring at this time. Tijuana's favorite son going up against Manchester's own Kid Grime. And DK, have you heard any new news regarding the injuries sustained to either to El Hijo del Fenix or to his partner Lola Blanca?
Well, we know Lola Blanca being forced to take some time off to recover from that injury. My understanding, however, with Phoenix is that he has refused any further examination, choosing instead to fight on at this point, no matter the consequences. I have to say, not a smart move from Phoenix, but again, we've said week after week, absolute heart, absolute fighting spirit from Team Mexico. They will continue fighting on, Phoenix in particular here, no matter the consequences.
And as you said, DK, you have to wonder if that's a smart move, but it's certainly the one that this competitor chooses to pursue.
I don't wonder at all, Johnny. It is not a smart move if Phoenix is at all concerned for the length of his career, but again, not willing to say quit under any circumstances.
He is not. He is not afraid to continue to compete against someone who definitely wants to injure him.
Oh, you see a bit of a low blow there from Phoenix, perhaps playing a bit of Kid Grime's own games there.
Well, DK, sometimes that's what it takes, and especially when you're working hurt, you just go into survival mode. You just do whatever you have to win, to survive against someone like Kid Grime.
I think as well, we've seen a bit of an interesting development from Kid Grime. From what I've heard from the Team UK camp, of course, Kid Grime known in the past as a tag team specialist. understanding, he's feeling a bit frustrated with tag team competition here in Power Pro.
Well, you know, DK, he wanted to be a singles competitor. That's why he came across the pond, why he entered this contest. But so far, he's only been able to really, truly shine as a tag team specialist here in this tournament. He had, of course, that tremendous victory over Holden Troy way back a few weeks ago. But since then, he's not been able to keep that momentum going as a singles superstar, as a singles wrestler. Fenix perhaps playing it a little smart. He's wrestling a little bit of a technical match here, but that may be out of necessity. We don't know the extent of the damage done to his neck and to his shoulder over the last 6 weeks.
Perhaps, but it could also be an interesting strategy on Fenix's part. Of course, those high-flying moves, what really got him that victory in that tag team match last week, could be attempting to get Kid Grime a little off balance here by going with a more technical style in this match.
But of course, you got to remember Kid Grime, a practitioner of the UK junior heavyweight style, and that means that he is pretty well versed with the mat wrestling. I mean, he tends to go for the street fight tactics. He's a very contrary wrestler in that scene. But at the same time, he does have a technical background. He does have some skill, as we see now, with mat wrestling and with technical wrestling.
Well, that's right, Johnny, but if you spend a week preparing for your opponent, expecting their usual style, if they break out something new, even if it's something you're used to seeing from other competitors, can certainly catch you off guard if your game plan is not up for that.
Very true, DK, and we have a cover here. 1 and a 2 count there.
There's that high-flying movement we typically expect from Fenix. Very effective here.
And if Fenix is able to effectively switch gears midstream here, he can switch from the technical style to the high-flying style without it really messing him up, but keeping Kid Grime, his opponent, off balance. Stomping on the knee there. The ropes and a big sliding elbow to the chin of Kid Grime.
Both competitors here absolutely relentless, even through the opening parts of this matchup. Say the feeling out process was long since finished in last week's tag team match.
I would absolutely agree. I think that they know each other's tricks at this point. They have an idea of how to compete against one another. They know what each other has to offer. There's been a lot of tape watching, and of course that first-hand experience last week is definitely carrying over into this match this week. Fireman's carry there. Good follow-up, stomping onto the leg. Again. And now working on the neck and the arm with that dragon sleeper. Big slam there. And he's signaling for that elbow drop. Springboard and a flip. And ooh, big elbow.
Absolutely beautiful there. We see Fenix here transitioning between styles. There we have, oh my God, John.
DK, there it is. El Hijo del Fenix with the roast pig clutch for the win over Kid Grime and making fairly short work of Kid Grime this evening.
Absolutely. A very nice victory for Fenix here. Was not expecting that one to finish so quickly, but I think Fenix able to transition between those high-flying moves, those strikes, those more technical moves really got Kid Grime off balance, and Fenix here with again just a very impressive victory.
Well, you know, DK, it ended as quickly as it began. As they say, grand opening, grand closing, DK, and Fenix was able to win it.
Absolutely, and after a disappointing string of matches, a number of, again, disappointing injuries for Fenix, for Team Mexico, both Fenix and La Loba Blanca acquitting themselves very nicely in these past 2 weeks, Fenix especially here tonight.
And Phoenix is looking forward to that well-earned time off here in the coming weeks. I think DK, he'll definitely get some time to recoup. But in our main event tonight, DK, some tremendous action still to come. Donna Reid taking on Jordan King. Jordan King, the Amer-Icon Lion, versus the Notorious Donna Reid. That's to come in our main event.
Absolutely. Jordan King, known, of course, one of the icons of our sport. Donna Reid, not showing very much respect for our sport so far in her competition, looking to take down one of the top names here in pro wrestling.
But King's going to teach her some respect, I think, DK.
Well, that's certainly what he hopes to do. But tonight we have Team Japan versus Team Europe. Kazuya and Ichiko Kano, the brother-sister tag team, taking on just an incredible pair in Team Europe.
A dominant, monstrous pair in Team Europe. They've bulldozed over all competition, everyone who stood in their way. They are not afraid to injure, debilitate, and just destroy anyone who gets in their way.
That's right. Last week, we saw some chinks in Brooke Power's armor, the experience of Holden Troy able to get that advantage. But overall, Panzer, Brooke Power, both showing just an incredible display of strength in all their matches and a vicious streak, really looking to take advantage of that strength, that power advantage everywhere they can.
And here we see now the Brute from Bray making her way to the ring. Brooke Power on that slow, long walk down the ramp, preparing perhaps to dismantle the Japanese superstars in this contest.
Absolutely. In our very first episode, we saw Brooke Power take a very shocking, devastating knockout blow. And I think ever since then, frustration over that moment has led her to ever more vicious tactics.
Yes, it was not the stellar opening that Team Europe certainly wanted for the tournament, for this promotion, but ever since then, they've been on nothing short of a warpath, as they have bulldozed, as I said, over everyone who stood in their way between them and the Golden Crown.
We see Team Japan, Ichiko Kano, the sister side of this sibling tag team, making her way to the ring. An interesting matchup with Team Japan and Team Europe here. Of course, Team Europe, known for power, known for strikes, known for those big moves. Team Japan, that Japanese style, that strong style, but also known for very high-impact moves. It will be difficult, however, to gain the advantage in a striking contest against Team Europe.
Both of them have experience with striking. You really have to wonder if it's going to come down to power versus finesse, because the Japanese part, the Japanese side here, definitely opponents of the finesse style of striking. On the other side, pure, unmitigated strength on display.
Absolutely. Of course, Kazuya in particular, so much experience in the ring, so much experience against different types of competitors, different styles, certainly specialized in Japan, but has seen a lot in his many years in the ring.
And now we see if Kazuya Kano can stand up to a man he has never competed against before, but who has perhaps an equal reputation as a destroyer of champions, and that's Panzer. Big slam sends Panzer onto the outside early on here. Kano pursuing, but Panzer playing mind games, getting right back into the ring there, not willing to fight Kano on the outside.
That's got to be a statement from Kazuya Kano. We saw the slam to open things up from Panzer. Kano immediately follows that up with a slam of his own against the much bigger man.
And Kano now seems to be almost dominant right now in the early goings of this bout, just laying in the strikes and the takeovers here on Panzer. But you have to think that Panzer, someone as strong and as experienced as he is, can probably take a little bit of that punishment.
Absolutely. That's the story we've seen time and time again with both members of Team Europe. No matter the offense you throw at him, they will keep coming.
Smart wrestling here from Kazuya Kano. He just wants to keep Panzer off his feet. He wants to keep him unstable. He keeps throwing him to the outside, keeping a little distance between them so he can keep his breath. He can keep his legs under him.
That's right. That's a strategy we saw last week from Holden Troy against Brooke Power.
It is.
Really just looking to outlast their opponent. We're looking for that one moment they can take advantage.
And now we see the double team work from the brother-sister duo here.
Give up.
Just trying to wear down the German war machine. Panzer tags out. Brooke Power's in. Double team. Oh, yeah. Big power bomb from both members of Team Europe. And now Brooke Power just laying in those elbow strikes, those disgusting elbow strikes to the face of Ichiko Kano. Short arm clothesline there. And back to the elbow strikes.
And this is not how Ichiko Kano wanted to start out her time in this matchup.
Oh, it can't be DK. And now Panzer pursuing Ichiko to the outside, choking her.
Saw Panzer thrown outside the ring earlier, perhaps looking for a little revenge on that front here.
That's what it has to be, DK. Big suplex there. And Panzer wants none of it. He gets back into the ring, but is this smart? Talking about those strikes, who would come out on top. Ichiko Kano seems to have been the one to take the majority of the offense there.
Incredible. Would not expect getting into that just standing blow-for-blow striking contest to work out in Team Japan's advantage, but Ichiko coming out on the better end there.
And Brooke Power rolls her over to a cover. One. No 2 counts though. Ichiko able to escape that pretty easily, it seemed like.
An impressive display from Ichiko there, especially after all the offense she had just taken.
Absolutely, DK. And another cover up here in the center of the ring. A cover. 1, 2. No 3 count. Ooh, big deadlift German suplex. You have to wonder how much that took out of Ichiko there. Ichiko retreating to her corner, gonna go tag in her big brother. Tag made, Team Japan teaming up, but no, Brooke Power able to break out of the grapple. Irish whip from the Irish woman. Team again, big suplex, double team suplex. Lays Brooke Power out for a moment, but she's back up. Irish whip.
Those machine gun chops.
And that knee drop to the midsection there, right into the solar plexus.
You know, Johnny, say what you will about Team Europe's tactics up to this point throughout the tournament. I have to say I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing in terms of tag team wrestling here tonight. They are doing a very good job keeping the ring in half there. Of course, Kano there able to turn it around there for a moment, but really just strong ring presence from Team Europe.
Absolutely, DK. A great ring presence from all sides here, but Team Europe especially. And now we see Team Japan probably being a little smarter, even not having the ring, but quartering it. They're keeping it in their corner right now. Brooke Power seems to be fine. She's comfortable with it almost. And you have to wonder how much of that is the rookie, the inexperience, and how much of it is just her actually not caring. Ooh, a big girl senton there. Roll over, cover. 1. Ichiko coming in. A little late to break up the pinfall, but still trying. Axe kick to Brooke Power. saving his sister there is Kazuya Kano.
Saving her to some extent, but she still fell out of Brooke Power's hands there. Nasty fall.
Absolutely, a devastating blow, I'm sure, but at least Brooke Power was able to take some of that damage herself from an accident. Oh! Ichiko into the ropes, and a big Yakuza kick!
Ichiko Kano, I think, looking for a little revenge after that heavy offense she's taken early in this match.
Brooke seems a little winded there, DK, but that's not going to stop her from trying for a big powerbomb attempt there, but no success. Arm lock applied here, an arm bar from Kazuya Kano. Of course, he's not the legal man, so there's no rope break. Did Ichiko just let Brooke Power tag in Panzer?
Well, I think she might have been a bit afraid to approach in that situation with Power on her feet and ready to
Are you
strike.
sure, DK? Because an Ichi-bomb just put Brooke Power down.
Oh my God, Johnny.
Now Panzer whipping the ropes. Big body press. Striking lariat there. STF applied by Ichiko Kano. Into the ropes. Ooh! Big rolling soul butt there. And now, the German War Machine is being targeted by the Ace Assassin. On the outside. Panzer going for a weapon there. Kano stopping him. Oh no, DK, Panzer Dragon on the concrete.
Oh my God, Johnny.
Circling Panzer. Big Samoan drop there. Kazuya on the apron. He looks a little dazed, as you might expect from that, but he's standing after that Panzer driver, DK. Panzer just using his power, using his sheer size to dominate Ichiko Kano here. Kano with a snap suplex. Now Ichiko dragging him into his own corner. What's she thinking here, DK?
That cannot be a smart maneuver. All the offense Ichiko Kano is taking so far.
Taunting Brooke in her face!
Oh, I can't imagine that's a smart maneuver there, Johnny.
Just tantalizing Brooke Power. Face crusher applied.
We've seen Ichiko Kano taking so much offense in this match, soaking up so much damage, but she keeps coming back.
You know, we speak about the heart of the luchadors, but the heart of Ichiko Kano displayed in this match. Oh, God, I'm not sure about her physical abilities, but you have to respect the testicular fortitude, or the intestinal fortitude, of Ichiko Kano. Panzer winded here, trying to climb the top rope. He falls.
So all that offense taken by Ichiko earlier, but it seems that Panzer taking quite a bit from Ichiko as well, having a difficult time even staying on his feet with that beautiful German suplex.
And a big Samoan drop there to Ichiko. Samoan drop now to... Oh, God! Okay.
Oh, my God, Johnny, what did we just see?
Look at that again, DK. Ichiko to the top rope. Reverse 450 cover, but no. DK, Kazuya is not moving.
This match should be over, Johnny, I think.
Kazuya Kano is not moving. Referee allowing this to continue. Ichibomb to Panzer. Cover one, but no.
You can't imagine that Ichigo is all the way in this match, seeing her brother there on the other side of the ring, apparently unconscious.
I'm not sure she's able to really register it right now. She's gonna fight for her life, it seems like, DK, because now up on the shoulders, Panzer driver to Ichigo Kano. Ichigo right back to her feet though. Ichiko fighting with everything in her against Team Europe now. Her brother unconscious. Tiger suplex. No.
Ichigo Kano again, as you say, Johnny, fighting with everything she has, but alone here against the power. Oh my God, Johnny.
This is just a 2-on-1 assault at this point. A Pele kick. Puts Panzer to the ground, but Brooke Power's still on her feet. Front Chancery dragging Ichiko Kano back toward their corner, but that's completely pointless at this point. They don't have to corner their ring. They don't have to have it anymore. Big sit up, powerbomb. 1, 2, 3 count to Ichiko Kano. And DK, we've just seen an assault in the ring.
An absolute mauling. Can we get a replay of that injury?
DK, I wouldn't want to watch one if we could. Kazuya Kano, I'm not even sure what happened there,
Johnny,
DK.
we need to see what happened. We need a replay of that. I'm still not clear what exactly went down.
Panzer here we are. Panzer dropping Ichiko, then he picks up Kazuya, drops Kazuya. Kazuya loses consciousness. Not entirely sure what happens there, DK.
My God, Johnny, I don't know either, but it does not look good for Kazuya Kano.
Absolutely not. I have to wonder, DK, if here we are again, a little bit of a well, folks, as we gear up for our main event now, Jordan King taking on Donna Reid, the Amer-Icon Lion versus the Notorious Donna Reid, of course. Just a lot to come off of there. That devastating loss for Team Japan.
Johnny, you'll have to excuse me for just a moment. I need to get backstage and see if I can find out what's happening here.
Absolutely, DK. Wrestling fans, we'll continue this broadcast despite everything that has occurred. Kazuya Kano has never been manhandled in that manner. But we have a show to do. Jordan King and Donna Reid are two tremendous competitors who absolutely deserve every inch of our attention. And this bout promises to be an amazing contest between these two athletes. Jordan King now making his way to the ring here.
My apologies for running out on you there, Johnny.
Is there any word, DK?
No, got backstage there just for a moment. Just as they were loading up Kazuya Kano into an ambulance to get to the local medical facility here. Really difficult to say what's happening just now. We'll be waiting for word from the physicians perhaps later here tonight, but I think we may be waiting a while to find out what Kazuya Kano's condition is.
DK, was Kazuya Kano conscious as he was departing? Were they able to get him back to consciousness?
Eyes were open for Kano, did not appear to be responding to any of the physicians checking on him there.
We will, of course, keep you updated on these events as they unfold. But for now, we have we have a match to call, DK.
Of course, Johnny. What a match it is! What a match it is! Two fantastic competitors here. Jordan King, again, as I'm sure you've praised the folks here tonight, Johnny. Jordan King, an icon of pro wrestling. Donna Reid, attempting to really make her name here in the squared circle, not showing very much respect for the pro wrestling tradition. Certainly would have a lot of disdain for Jordan King here.
Yes, Donna Reid has shown no respect at all, I would say. Of course, just a few weeks ago now, injuring Lobo Blanca's knee, twisting and distorting that knee. We're still not sure the exact extent of that injury. She is currently off getting medical treatment, recovering from it. But Jordan King is not Lobo Blanca. He is not combating any ring rust. This is a man in his prime going up against a woman who has something to prove.
Absolutely, Johnny. Of course, 9 times out of 10, you would have to give the advantage to that experience, but you cannot deny the aggression of Donna Reid, that vicious streak, that feeling of pride in her MMA work. Certainly not much respect for pro wrestling with that pride she has shown, but that means she is very dedicated to coming out on top in these matches. Absolutely.
And of course, with that pride, we have to acknowledge the raw talent and the athletic ability. Certainly, there has never been a woman more well-equipped to cross over from mixed martial arts to professional wrestling. She has all the tools to succeed. It's just using those tools in the appropriate way.
That's right, Johnny. Especially interesting here in the context of Power Pro, where we do not have those style divisions. We don't have those weight divisions or even gender divisions. Everyone fights with their style, fights to be the best with what they know.
Exactly, DK. These competitors are coming here using all the tools in their arsenal, and they're trying to find, that's the great puzzle, they're trying to find exactly how to fit those tools and how to fit those elements of their styles against people who they've never competed against before, who they, in many cases, have never interacted with before. These are styles clashes that have never occurred in any other promotion or tournament in this sport. Donna Reid taking Jordan King to the ground. Armbar applied there. King with an Irish whip.
That raw physical ability, that speed, that striking ability from Donna Reid really seems to be getting Jordan King off his game in the early parts of this matchup.
Of course, Jordan King is no stranger to strikers. He's no stranger to these individuals. He has, in his time, competed in Japan. He's used to people who incorporate the martial arts into their style. Perhaps not as much as Donna Reid in this particular.
That's right, Johnny. But Jordan King used to fighting that hybrid style, that pro wrestling striking style. Donna Reid here almost fighting a pure MMA matchup from what we've seen so far.
Very true. We don't see her going for any covers, no suplexes. It's all strikes and submissions from Donna Reid. Now front chancery leading him around the ring. Armbar applied there. Jordan King, that never say die attitude. Flying knee bar applied there. Headlock takeover. Good ring awareness there from Donna Reid, taking him away from the ropes toward the middle of the ring.
Absolutely. That was a strong criticism of Donna Reid here with the roll-up. Jordan King does not get the victory. Donna Reid early in her contest here at Power Pro, showing a lack of ring awareness. Seems she's been working on that.
I don't know where she's found the time in her training regiment to do so, but she definitely seems to have applied the lessons learned over the last few weeks to her repertoire. Enziguri and a cover, but no, too close to the ropes there. Another small package roll up. Again, too close to the ropes. Big knees there. Send King to the mat. Heel hold applied. It seems like Jordan King is almost still trying to feel out exactly how to approach Donna Reid. As you said, DK, she is wrestling an almost pure MMA style here. And that's not something that King has had a lot of firsthand experience with, that pure mixed martial arts style.
That's right, Johnny. You see a lot of small fundamental wrestling moves here from Jordan King, almost looking to fall back on the very, very basics as he is faced with this, as you said, Johnny, pure MMA style.
Reid looking great here, keeping the veteran wrestler on the mat, keeping him in the guard position, keeping him in half guard, working these strikes into her combinations, really keeping the Amer-Icon Lion on his toes.
Absolutely, Johnny. We've seen some impressive moments in Donna Reid's matches up to this point. It really feels like this is the first time she's been able to bring all those elements together.
And Donna Reid, of course, coming off of a very good singles victory, a very striking singles victory against La Loba Blanca 2 weeks ago. Last week, there was the loss for her tag team against Team Mexico. However, she herself did not lose that match.
That's right, of course.
There. As both competitors.
There.
Guillotine choke applied there. This is, of course, a blood choke and not an air choke, which makes it legal in professional wrestling. Enziguri.
Against the ropes. Still on her feet, though.
Not anymore. A 1, a 2. No 3 count. Donna Reid able to escape there. King going for that kneeling pile driver, driving her head into the mat, covers her. 1, 2, and a 3 count for Jordan King.
A victory almost out of nowhere, it seemed there, Johnny. Donna Reid feeling so much offense in this match, but Jordan King able to come up with a victory there in the end.
Reid looked great, but Jordan King picked his moments. He picked his spot. He was able to absorb the damage. He was able to escape the submissions. And when the time was right, he hit her with that kneeling pile driver, and it was over.
That's right, Johnny. And I think that is the pro wrestling experience on the part of Jordan King, knowing how to outlast an opponent, how to find that particular moment. Donna Reid, that MMA style, all offense, just keeps going. But Jordan King able to find the moment and pick up the victory. Absolutely.
And it was a tremendous match and a very mixed bag tonight on what was promising to be an outstanding card. A great set of matches, all told. However, this night, of course, marred by some unfortunate events, which we'll get to here in a moment. In the opening bout, of course, we had El Hijo del Fenix taking on Kid Grime in a match that Kid Grime has to regret demanding.
Absolutely, Johnny. But for Phoenix, after all that he has endured up to this point in Power Pro, all the injuries, all the speculation about his future after those injuries, a very, very impressive victory, taking down Kid Grime in short order, I would say.
Oh, it was a lightning fast match, DK. Grand opening, grand closing, and El Hijo del Fenix walks away with the victory here tonight. And now he's in the lead on his board. He's the lead member of that bracket now. What a great turnaround for him.
It's incredible, Johnny. That injury, again, we thought it might have spelled the end for Phoenix's chances here in the chase for the Golden Crown, but Phoenix, that never say die attitude, paying off for him in the end.
And it did, in fact, pay off in dividends. But then we had Team Japan, Team Europe, which was, all told, a great match. Outstanding contest from four amazing competitors. But then there came the ending. It's just tough to watch, honestly. Team Europe's brutality on display against Team Japan in this contest.
That's right.
Using numbers and size to their advantage.
Ichiko Kano showing tremendous fighting spirit there at the end with her brother out, doing everything she could just to stay alive, but not enough against the overwhelming power of Team Europe. Of course, the big story coming out of this matchup, the state of Kazuya Kano, rushed to a local medical facility here. We're still awaiting word on his condition, have not heard anything further. We will attempt to keep you updated as soon as further information becomes available.
And DK, I have to wonder after this match if perhaps Ichiko Kano, who certainly did not come out of this match unharmed, but if Ichiko Kano, after this bout, might be looking for a little bit of revenge against Panzer for what he certainly did to her brother. We don't know the extent of that injury, but we definitely know there was an injury.
Absolutely. We saw a lot of frustration from Ichiko in that match, even before Kazuya's injury, really looking to take it to Team Europe, but especially after what happened to her brother there, I have to imagine Ichiko, even with what she suffered, will want back in that ring against Team Europe.
And we'll see how that plays out in the coming weeks. But also, DK, we had this tremendous bout between Donna Reid and Jordan King, a match that I hope in the coming weeks will not be forgotten in light of the unfortunate business that shares a card with it. This was a great bout between two great competitors, and I think that it showed that Donna Reid can adapt to the professional wrestling sport, the sport of professional wrestling. Just tonight, Jordan King was able to outsmart her. He was able to out-wrestle her.
Absolutely. I think even with the loss in mind, one of the most impressive displays we've seen from Donna Reid so far. Got in so much offense in that match. Just so much good striking, some smart ring awareness there, correcting previous problems. But again, that experience of Jordan King, able to find that exact moment, get the drop on Donna Reid, and come up with the victory.
And it was a fantastic bout, a fantastic night, which will certainly live on in the history books. And next week, Jordan King is not in action, but Donna Reid is. Donna Reid and Kit Grime will be taking on Holden Troy and Heather Lexus in our tag team main event. That's next week on this very program.
That's right, Johnny. Should be another classic here in Power Pro going forward. Some unfortunate news here tonight, but we hope to have you updated by next week. And again, we should have some incredible action in store for you there.
I look forward to it, DK. I can't wait for next week. I said I can't wait for next week.
I thought we were out.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the production team to
Johnny, who do we have in the production truck?
I'm not sure, DK. I don't know if there's anyone in there, to be honest. I don't know if there's a monkey in there. It could be
Bunch
anyone.
of stooges.
It could be literally anybody who's running the show.